Take a seat
I have a question.
in this blue chair.
Do I have
Sit down.
Do I have the same rights?
You want me to hold you in contempt? Sit down. In that blue chair.
Do I have the
Sit down!
rights there?
One more time. Sit down. You are charged with one count of no operator's license, a minor misdemeanor subject to a maximum fine of $150 plus court costs. You also are charged with one count of expired plates, also a minor misdemeanor subject to a maximum fine of $150 in court costs.
I am the authorized agent to the decedent estate. I am coming in here as the settler, and I want to settle this case.
I will enter no plea on your behalf to these charges. I've given you 3 plea options to plead.
No, I do not recognize anyone in this court.
Okay, well,
I don't recognize you or the bailiff or anybody else in this court. Then I'm just going to surrender the person to the court because I'm not coming back.
I don't know what that means.
You do know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I am not the ens legis, non de guerre.
I've been practicing law for 36 years, and what you've just said to me has no meaning to me whatsoever. So let me say it one last time, because we have other cases to handle today. If you don't leave the courtroom and go to the clerk's window and get a trial date, which is what I'm scheduling in this case, I will hold you in contempt of court and I'll have you arrested. You either go to the clerk's window now and get a trial date, or I'll have you taken into custody now. You got it? Court is now on the record in City of Conneaut versus Amber McHenry, 24 TRD 819. Ms. McHenry entered no plea to charges of no operator's license and expired plates, each of which is a minor misdemeanor. On December 17th, I scheduled it for a bench trial for January 8th. Henry was given notice of that bench trial. I have a signed receipt in the file showing she got notice of that bench trial. Present on January 8th, 2025 was the law director along with a police officer. Ms. McHenry failed to appear. As a result of her failure to appear, I issued a warrant for her arrest. That was January 8th. It's now over a month later, February 11th, and Ms. McHenry is now turning herself in on the warrant. She's in the courtroom, and she is without an attorney. Ms. McHenry, why were you not here?
I have a question about the case.
Ms. McHenry, sit down. This is not your courtroom. Sit in that chair.
I have a question about the case. That's not the case number that I had.
Yes, it is, Ms. McHenry. You've got other cases pending that are set for jury trial.
The original case number that I had was like TDR like 0800 something. And
24 TRD 819.
819. Okay. I was just double checking on the case number. Can you repeat your question then? No.
Why were you not here on January 8th?
I put in an appearance and it was rejected and struck from the record, and I was sent a letter saying that I am not who I said I was. So I have a question about that because I don't understand.
This is not a discussion here. This is not a conversation. I ask a question. You respond to my question. Now, this is typical behavior for you because you're a sovereign citizen. At least you claim to be.
I've never claimed that.
Well, your documentation that you filed, including the one you filed today that did not have a correct caption or case number on it, is indicative of that. So let me ask you, Ms. McHenry, again, why were you not physically, personally present in the courtroom on January 8th for your trial?
I need the oath and bonds to be put for each person acting as a public official, in this case, who is acting as a public servant, to be put on the record. And I also require the indemnity bond, and I'm going to require the other bonds. I need the accounting. Please, for the record, let it be known that you exited.
I
while
did.
asking.
I exited the courtroom and asked a police officer,
Who
probation
has
officer.
the
to come
indemnity
back.
bond? Where is the bill of particulars?
The
Because
bond
I
is
did not receive it.
the warrant is being executed. You're being taken into custody. Take her down to the jail now.
I was not given the warrant.
Take her down to
either.
the jail now.
Why am I being arrested?
Take her down
For
to the
what?
jail.
What crime have I committed? Get off me. This is kidnapping. This is a false arrest.
Stop thing.
No, this is a false arrest.
No, get down. Just. Okay, relax.
This is kidnapping. They're violating my rights, my constitutional rights. I put in,
I thought the Constitution didn't apply to you.
the Constitution applies to every living man and woman.
Yeah.
You are violating your oath, Mr. Iarochi.
The court is on the record in City of Pontiac versus Amber R. McHenry, case number 24 TRD 527. Court is in receipt of a pretrial report. Mr. Lewis.
Thank you, Your Honor. We may have a resolution of the matter, should the court be willing to accept it, whereby the city would dismiss the fictitious plate charge at defendant's cost, and Ms. McHenry would then enter the plea of guilty to the two remaining charges of failure to reinstate driving under suspension and expired plates. The city would then recommend waiver of fines the court would deem appropriate along with the court costs of the case. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Sayaj.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did convey the offer from law director Lewis to my client, Ms. McHenry, after extensive talks and going over what she would be waiving today. She has decided today that she would take the plea offer along with the state's recommendation of just court costs and fines.
Okay, Ms. McHenry, it's my understanding today that you wish to change, you originally entered no plea to charges of failure to reinstate an unclassified misdemeanor and expired plates, a minor misdemeanor. You wish to enter guilty pleas to those two charges. In exchange for those guilty pleas, the fourth-degree misdemeanor charge of fictitious plates would be dismissed at your cost. Is that what you would like to see happen today?
I believe so.
You understand by pleading guilty to those charges that you would be waiving your right to the jury trial that is currently scheduled at the end of the month, as well as all of your trial rights. We just had a trial last week, so you kind of know what a trial is like. So by pleading guilty to these two charges, you'd be waiving all of those trial rights. Is that what you wish to do?
Would that put an end to litigation?
Yes, it would.
Then no.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Okay. Also, you are represented by Mr. Sayaj. Have you had sufficient time to consult with him, and are you satisfied with his counsel?
Yes.
Okay. I do find that defendant's pleas of guilty to these minor and unclassified misdemeanor offenses in subcase A and B, failure to reinstate and expired plates, to be knowing, voluntary, and intelligent. The court will accept the guilty pleas to those two charges, and I will therefore find her guilty of those offenses. I will dismiss at the defendant's cost the fictitious plates charge in subcase. So Ms. McHenry, I did not impose community work service. I could have. I did not impose a Class 7 license suspension. I could have on the failure to reinstate charge. I've just given you a fine and cost, although I'm ordering you to provide proof of insurance on the vehicle you're driving that day. If you're not able to provide to the clerk proof of insurance on the vehicle you're driving that day, you are subject to what we call a non-compliance suspension with the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. I guess what I'm saying, Ms. Kennedy, I could have sentenced you in a much more severe way. I did not. But understand that if you're back here with similar offenses and you're found guilty of those, I will impose those. What I didn't do today, I would do at a later time.